Hello students, another important thing I like to discuss regarding this poem only, reference to the context. Mainly from poem, reference to the context questions come in the exams. So actually in reference to the context, few lines are given and few lines from the poem are quoted. In according to those lines, questions will be asked and you have to answer it, one liner or sometimes more than one liner. So here, let me go through the first stanza number 1. And who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. So this is the first stanza, or few of the lines, poetic lines from the very first stanza. At the very beginning, we find all these lines. So here, before I go on into the question, let me discuss the important meanings of some of the important terms that we came across in these three lines. First one, art is there, it means are. Thou means you. These are the old English. Soft falling means falling gently, that is without making much noise. Shower, you know by this time it is light rain. Poem of the earth, it is actually related with the song. The life cycle of clouds and rain starts when the hot sun vaporizes the water on the earth. Again, that mechanism related with the cloud formation. Again, the mechanism related with the water cycle process been discussed here. The same gaseous clouds then dissolve into the water again and return to the earth. Now, that same gaseous clouds dissolve into the water again and finally it returns to the earth. Now the questions. The first one, name the poem and the poet. Obviously, the title of the poem is The Voice of the Rain, and the poet's name is Walt Whitman. What does the phrase strange to tell means? See, these three questions are definitely, it is based on the three lines that I read right now related with the very beginning of the poem. So, what does the phrase strange to tell mean? Strange to tell, quote unquote, sounds a note or exclamation of surprise. The poet had not expected to get an answer for inhuman voice from the rain. Now, it was very strange. It was strange because the poet never ever expected that the rain will answer him back in a very inhuman voice, which later the poet translated into English for the readers so that they can also appreciate the origin and the life giving process being conducted by the rain. Third question, why does the rain call herself the poem of the earth? What was the reason why the rain called herself the poem of the earth? What was the reason behind it? The rain has its birthplace in the river bodies and season the earth. It is the lovely and musical child of the earth. The rain, obviously, as you know, its birthplace is the river bodies and it is the lovely and the most musical child of the earth. Now, dear students, I am moving on to some more lines from the text, and as usual, from those lines, questions will be given. Eternal I rise, impalpable, already been told to you, something that cannot be felt or that cannot be touched. Impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea. This is the source of the origin of the rain, land and the bottomless sea. Upward to heaven, hence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. That means the core matter remains the same, though it forms into various shapes and sizes in the form of clouds. You know about it by now, I am sure. I descend to lave. Lave means to wash. Already been told to you. I descend to lave the drods, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds, only latent, unborn. Not only it helps to purify, beautify, and clean the world of dirt and dust and waste matters, but it also helps in the process of germination. It also helps in the growth process related with seeds, because the power of growth was latent in the seeds. It needed rain, and so the rain descends. Now, few meanings are important before we go to the question answer part. Eternal, it is something related with forever. To be very simple, meaning we can say it is forever. Or you can say something that is continuous. It has no end whatsoever. I obviously here means the rain. Impalpable, it means something that cannot be touched. That is the meaning of the term impalpable. Not solid, but in the form of gas or vapor. The hot sun transforms water in rivers and the sea into vapor, which being light rises towards the sky. That is the mechanism. Hence means from where. And vaguely, vague actually means not clear, or rather to say not properly. Altogether changed, that means the water takes on a new form, or rather to say the water takes on a new shape. Descend means it falls down. Return, it returns back. Lave, I already told you, wash is one meaning, bath is another meaning. Drought is related with parched environment, PARCHED, or dry situations or dry conditions. Atom is, I already told you in some of my audio presentations previously, it is dust particles. Dust layers, deposits of fine dust settled on every object on the earth, and the rain cleans it, purifies it, beautifies it, nourishes it, nurtures it. We can use many terms to clarify and also to classify the benefits of the rain when it descends back on the surface of the earth, sometimes as a soft falling shower, sometimes as heavy torrential rain. And another important thing is globe. Globe means the whole world. And latent means something that is hidden inside. Now, after all those meanings, let me come to the question answer part. There are two voices in the poem. Who do they belong to? Very simple. The two voices in the poem are those of the poet and the rain. Only two voices are there. One is obviously of the poet and the other is of the rain. How does the rain narrate the story of her birth and functions? So, how does the rain communicate to the poet and discuss about her birth and the function that she goes on playing in a never-ending process? How the rain describe it? The rain rises from the earth in the form of light vapor, which takes on the shape of dark, dense clouds. We know it by now. The clouds, after roaming or wandering all over the sky, dissolve again into water and return to their birthplace. So, the cloud formation, inside the clouds, there is water that you all know. And finally, it descends in the form of rain. Thus, rain gives new life, not only new life, it gives greenery that is related with revival process to the dark earth. One more question is there. A revival process to the dry earth. Last one, what impression do you form about the speaker? The speaker is the rain. By this time you are all familiar with it. Gives a scientific account of our birth, because the water cyclic process, then cloud formation, all these are basic science. And gifts to the drying earth. She tells her life story with pride and self-praise. And not only that, she tells her life story with a lot of pride and self-praise. Now, dear students, I am moving on to one more question that is also very important. That is related with the last lines of the poem. And forever by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. It's a never-ending, continuous, divine process. Listen very carefully. It's a Dear students, it is a never ending, continuous, and a divine process. So I repeat, and forever by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For the song issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. The last two lines are in bracket because it is the poet's personal take on the rain. Rain own personal perspective. That is, we can say the poet's viewpoint on the rain. It is not related with the conversation as such. That I already told you previously in my audio presentation lectures. So now some of the important meanings. Forever means always. To my origin means the water bodies like rivers, ponds and seas. That means the rain returns back to the place of its own origin. Give back life means obviously in quenching their thirst. Quench means to satisfy. Fill them to the brim. Brim means to the top limit. Pure, obviously it means clean. Dust free. Beautify means to add beauty. It cleans the world of dirt and dust and atoms also. The two functions of the rain, remember very carefully, the two functions of the rain are to clean everything and to add beauty to them. Song, by this time you know, the rain is the song or poem of the earth. Issuing means rising. Birthplace, obviously the birthplace of the rain, rivers, ponds and the sea. After fulfillment means after fulfilling my dream or wish or duty. Wandering means roving, floating in the sky. Wrecked means cared for. Unwrecked, ignored. Whether you care for it or whether you ignore it, it doesn't matter to the rain at all because the rain does its duty responsibly and it's a divine process. It is a continuous process also. Duly means rightly at the proper time. Unchecked means ignored or unnoticed, you can say. Duly means rightly. And see this line with love returns. It means the rain that goes up in a gaseous form. Again, as a process, as a cyclic process, again it returns lovingly to the earth. Not only that, it quenches its thirst also. It satisfies, or rather to say, it quenches its thirst. So those are the word meanings of this particular stanzas. Now the first question is, how is the cyclic movement of the rain brought out in the poem? Very important. The poem gives us a clear picture of how the clouds are formed and how they dissolve into the water again. The entire mechanism has been discussed by Walt Whitman in a poetic manner. They have a short lifespan. Even the span of the clouds are very short-lived or temporary. And what is the significance of the word song here? You know by this time it is something related with some musical sound which can be heard when the rain falls on different surfaces on the earth. Now, it is regarding the sound of the rain. It creates a rhythm. It creates a musical symphony, we can say. One more question. How does the rain benefit the earth? It is also very important. The rain is a great benefactor of the earth. It cleanses, purifies and waters the dry earth. Remember these three functions. It cleans, it purifies and it waters the dry earth. It gives a new lease of life, and not only that, it adorns and beautifies the rugged and the scorched fields, and all the living beings are given a new lease of life or are revived with the arrival of the rain. So dear students, I have discussed the reference to the context question answers. These are very important questions. Listen to this audio presentation. If there is any problem, let me know about it. If there is any doubts, kindly ask me about it. Listen to this audio presentation at the end, till the very end. Thank you, students. Thank you all.